Now, I'm gonna give you guys a prediction because I know a lot of you like talking box office in the movie world, but here's my prediction. After seeing this movie tonight with this crowd in this auditorium, I am predicting that Wicked will make $1 billion after its theatrical run. That is my prediction. Wicked stars Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande and is about Elphaba and Glinda become friends at Shiz University in the land of Oz, but after encountering the Wizard of Oz, their friendship reaches a crossroads. From director John M. Chu, the man that brought you In the Heights, which I really enjoyed as a really fun musical, we're talking one of the most anticipated movies, honestly, ever, Wicked. Now, I have grown up knowing about Wicked. I mean, the famous original Broadway poster has been something that in my childhood I have seen and I've known about Wicked. I have never seen a live stage performance of Wicked. The musical is, I think, the biggest musical of all time for Broadway or one of the longest runnings. I'm not really sure. All I know is everyone knows about Wicked. It's just one of those things that, like, it is iconic for the stage and the musicals in generations to come. It's freaking Wicked. And if you don't know, yes, it's a prequel to The Wizard of Oz. And so tonight I got to see it in an advanced screening with a packed theater filled with people who were very excited. And after leaving this auditorium, I feel like the energy in the room was leading out to the hallway as everyone was like, I'm seeing it again. I can't wait to see this. I cannot wait to see the second part. Like, everyone was freaking out. The anticipation around this movie has built from everywhere with marketing, commercials, toys, cups. I mean, it is Wicked universe right now. And I'm here to tell you, I didn't think it was disappointing at all. I think this is a really good musical to go see. It is a perfect, and I mean perfect, family film to go see this holiday season for Thanksgiving, Christmas. It's just one of those movies where you can tell everyone put their love and support into making the best thing they could possible, because all my life I've always wondered, why did they never make a Wicked movie? Like, I've never seen another version of it, if they have. And so my whole life, always knowing about it and knowing The Wizard of Oz, why was there never a movie until now? And I can start off with that, with the positives. These two performers, Cynthia Erivo, which, sorry if I'm saying her last name wrong, is absolutely amazing as Elphaba. I know the character of Elphaba. I know the story of Wicked. Like I said, I've never seen the live stage performance, but I know the story of Wicked. I took a quiz of it in high school, and this character is so interesting, and they nailed it in this movie. I think her performance is really good. I think she should get consideration for the Oscars. I'm not kidding. I mean, she's already been nominated once, so it might not be too shocking to see her get another nomination, but Cynthia as Elphaba was beautiful. Her voice is amazing. She is fantastic. And now we have Ariana Grande, which, listen, I know she's a pop star. I grew up with her as a cat from Sam and Cat and Victorious. Like, Ariana Grande is pop culture. You know who she is. She's perfect as Glinda, honestly. Like, she is literally perfect. She plays this character perfectly. And again, knowing the story, I've never seen how the performance has been held on a stage, but I've seen like interviews of like Ariana Grande growing up, knowing about Wicked and being this a dream role. And so for her to see this performance come to life of her own, I bet that was so special for her. And as me watching this movie, she's amazing, guys. Like, I think she really does a good job. She's playing the part that, to me, is perfect. Now, I've seen a few people criticize her, but the thing is, I think it's because she's such a pop star, people only see her that way and not as an actress. I think you gotta give her due, man. She is so good in this movie. Her voice is also extremely good. Both these performers carry this movie. And like I said, you could tell that everyone on set put love and support. John M. Chu, when they hired him, I said it. I was like, that's perfect. That's perfect. Because In the Heights proved he can do a musical. This just shows that you give him a bigger budget, this can turn into one of the biggest musicals ever made, ever produced, and it shows, and it's really good in my opinion. The production should be nominated for an Oscar. These sets are amazing, truly amazing. The costuming is going to win the Oscar in my prediction. The costuming is perfect, it's colorful, it just fits the world of the Wizard of Oz, the land of Oz. And of course, you have other performers in this movie. Jonathan Bailey, who I'm not really known for. I don't really know a lot about him. I know he's going to be in the next Jurassic Park movie, but I think he is very good in this movie as well. You have Jeff Goldblum, Michelle Yeoh. I mean, you got a really good cast, and everyone just feels so perfect for every scene. Like, every scene has energy, every scene has meaning, and has the worthiness to be seen in a movie theater. And all the songs, all the blocking, the choreography, very good stuff. I won't lie, only one song hit me, and of course, it's Defying Gravity. That's everyone's favorite, and that's the one that really left the impact, but that's the last song in the movie. Everything else, I will say, nothing really stuck out to me. I went with my really good friend, and she said that Popular was a very famous song from the play or the musical, and that in the movie I could hear people like sing along. I could hear the people in my theater. There's times my theater started clapping because of certain people shown on the screen, and I could understand why. But the thing is, as a person that doesn't really know how the production is shown on a stage, I can see that things in this movie are shown in value that is different. There are certain characters that get a lot of development. My friend told me that on the stage there are certain characters that are not in the musical, but in the movie they are. There's also things in this movie that I'm like, okay, you have a lot of talking animals. Is that shown in the Broadway play? I'm not sure, but again, I only know the story and know the conclusion of the story. And yes, if you don't know this, this is part 1 of 2. When the movie shows its title, it says Wicked Part 1. The marketing won't do that smartly, but part 2 comes out next year, which leads to my only negative. This movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes, and I will say it is felt. I won't lie, I felt the runtime at times. As soon as they get to Oz, from that point onward, or Emerald City, I always felt like the movie just kept me interested. And then it literally ends on a cliffhanger, and you get the words, "to be continued." So we have not seen the end resolution of this story, and if you don't know the story, then you're like, well, crap. But me, I know what happens at the end of this story, and so I'm excited to see part 2. I'm excited to see how they tell that part of the story. But I can't lie, for 2 hours and 40 minutes, there was stuff in this movie that I felt like it just stretched the runtime a little bit, but it really is building that relationship between these two girls who become roommates, who hate each other at first, but then they build a relationship, and then that leads to a moment at the very end of this movie that is like, we have a character who obviously is Elphaba, a character who's green, and we all know, we've all seen The Wizard of Oz, we all know how things are going to play out for certain characters and decision making, and so it kind of breaks your heart. And the movie does a fantastic job building these characters, building this world. I mean, honestly, you could 100% watch this movie without even seeing The Wizard of Oz, which, if you've never seen The Wizard of Oz, what are you doing? But I will say Wicked was a great time. The direction is great, the cinematography, the production value, the cast, the music was really good. Again, nothing really catchy except for Defying Gravity. The movie felt a little long, and yes, it ends on a cliffhanger. You're like, I need part 2 now. But I walk away from part 1 saying, you gotta see it. I'm gonna give Wicked an A-. This is definitely one of the best crowds I've had all year. This crowd was so into this movie, and everyone respectful too. And there was a ton of kids in this theater too, but you could just tell everyone in that theater was excited to see this story on the big screen. It just felt right. It felt really good to watch that kind of big budget of a movie play out like that. Like, it's a good one. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to see your guys' opinions and reviews. Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Have you seen Wicked yet? Hope you guys enjoyed this movie review. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.